Day one of turning our backyard into a permanent hockey rink for our four boys, and honestly, we had a lot of back and forth between doing this and a pool, but in the end, the hockey rink won out because we figured this is something we can use all year round, not just in the summer, and today we are officially starting that transformation. So first up was absolutely abolishing the overgrown forest in our backyard, which looked like a scene out of Jumanji because 90% of trees were deemed dangerous, growing through our fence and dying, so we needed to have all of them removed, and it also provided a lot of entertainment for the kids, which was a bonus. Then we had to remove our fence because, like I said, the trees made our fence look like a victim of a crime scene. It was shredded and unusable, so they had to yank out all of the remnants of our fence, and then finally we had a wide open backyard straight into the park, which I'm not gonna lie, we actually enjoyed. But once that was done, it was time for baby Ashton to break ground so we could finally dig out the foundation of the rink. And we basically opted to cover every square inch of our backyard for the rink because we have four boys and they are only getting bigger, so we need to maximize space. And in the end, the rink will be 60 feet by 32 feet wide, which is pretty much our entire backyard, and also, according to our rink builders, the perfect size because it's big enough for the kids to play even when they get older, and also the max size you can have without having to increase your electrical for the refrigeration system. Then after that, we had to get a new fence up because as much as we loved the wide open backyard, realistically, our wildlings needed a little separation from living with the coyotes, which, as you can see, were prowling our backyard, and believe you me, they would love a pet coyote. Then after a few days, the fence was done, which meant we could move on to adding the gravel and insulation, and this is key because the insulation helps keep the rink cold even during the warmer weather, actually up to 10 degrees. So they flattened and packed the gravel, I think that's the technical term. Then they added the insulation over top, and we were ready to rock onto the next stages. And before we get there, we still have to pour the concrete, add some special perforated multi-court tiles that are going to allow the rink to freeze over and double as a sport court, logos, lines, and a whole lot more before this backyard is fully turned into a rink. So stay tuned for day number 2.